Our guest today is Dr. Marco Ferrario. Now we're speaking to him in Roma, Italy. He's the man who helped to put Namibia on the map by us exhibiting our unique stone men at the international biennale in Venezia, in Venice. Marco, just tell us, what is your connection with Namibia? How did it come about, and why do you have such a passion for our country?
Thank you, Danny. I first traveled in Namibia in 2015, and I was traveling in the northern area, the Kunene region, and the Skeleton Coast and the desert. And there I discovered the Limestone Man sculptures, and I fell in love from the first moment. I thought it was a very beautiful idea to place these sculptures in the middle of nowhere, in the desert, in dialogue with the landscape. And from there on, I always had in the back of my mind the idea to bring them to an international exhibition. And then COVID came around in 2020. I returned from my last trip in Namibia in February 2020, and I started to work and to try my best to make the first Namibian pavilion happen at the Venice Biennale, which is the most important art exhibition in the world. So I thought if we have to give a start to this Namibian presence in the art community, in the contemporary art scene, let's do it at the best possible.
How were you able to open this door to this grand event? And, how did you go about it to let everything happen, to get the Stone Man to Venice, etc.?
Look, I honestly put a lot of effort and a lot of consistency, but I believe the merit, the main merit is of the artworks. The artworks are really powerful, are a very important piece of contemporary art. And so everything followed from there, because I first proposed the project with some pictures of the artworks in the desert to the Minister of Culture in Namibia. And then I started proposing it around Italy to the Minister of Culture here, to the embassy, to the Biennale, and slowly we grew this group of people that fell in love with the sculptures and wanted to help Namibia being part of the 59th Biennale in Venice. And we worked very hard. We put together a team of over 50 different professionals who, by the way, gave their contribution at cost price or even for free, just for the love of the project and for the love of the idea to bring Namibia to the Biennale. So it was a beautiful thing to acknowledge and to witness just how powerful can be a piece of work and an idea if it's shared between communities, between people, and they embrace it.
What are the kind of feedback that you got so far from the different exhibitions?
There are many people visiting the pavilion, which is in a bit off the beaten area, because it's on an island that is located just in front of the Arsenale, which is the main area where all the national pavilions are. So you have to take a little ferry that is connecting the island with the uitstalling. But then we have this beautiful place, which is something really unique for the Italian landscape and Venice landscape in particular. Venice is possibly the most visited town in the world. So you have to picture hundreds, thousands of visitors, going around the city every day, every night. So it's crowded, it's a lot of people. And then you have the island of peace, which is La Certosa, where we decided to put the Namibian pavilion because of its natural landscape, its pristineness. The island was elected by monks, Italian monks in the 15th centuries to build a Certosa, a monastery, because of its peaceful environment. And so I thought that was the best place to host the Namibian pavilion. And people are reacting very positively to this idea. They love the fact that there is an outdoor path and an indoor exhibition, and they can get more documentaristic information in the indoor exhibition and more of an experience in the outdoor. So I think it's a very complete experience. There are also some playful elements. People give very, very enthusiastic feedback. So we're looking forward to host more and more.
Can Namibia use this to open the way to again exhibit in the future?
Yes, definitely. Actually, this is also my hope and my proposal to the Minister of Culture. We already discussed the possibility for Namibia to be present at the next edition, which will be in 2 years. And my dream actually would be to make the pavilion permanent. You have just a handful of nations, Italy, France, Germany, mostly European, that have permanent pavilion at the Biennale. But it would be a very important sign of collaboration if we could get an African country to be present with a permanent pavilion at the Biennale. And I already made some proposal, and I will be definitely working to make it happen.
Marco, thank you very much for what you're doing and for promoting Namibia, but also the African continent and its uniqueness.
Thank you very much. Actually, it was a matter of love. I fell in love with Namibia, with the people, with the country, and with these artworks. And for me, it was natural to try to do this. So I actually want to invite people to visit the website of the pavilion, which is biennalenamibia.art. We have plenty of material there with photographs, the description of the pavilion, the description of the island. There is a video, and I think that even for persons that cannot get to Venice and see the exhibition before the end, which will be in November, I think it's a good opportunity to get a taste of what we did and share it with others.